slowing. A scary, tough team, and they're in full swing. And as we come up to the midway point of the season, Kenny, we're seeing some of the veterans who started slower now picking up the pace.
Well, I think early on, a lot of times, if you've been in the playoff for some veterans, the early going in the season is a little mundane. But then as you start seeing the light at the tunnel, they don't pace themselves anymore. And you want to make sure that you're in playoff position.
It's home to Tinseltown and the Lakers, Los Angeles, California, as we bring you an interconference rivalry here at the Staples Center. The Heat log another stop on their travel schedule in today's matchup. Well, they come into every game with confidence, and this game is no different. Two elite teams put each other to the test, certainly, every time they meet. A lot on the line in this one, though.
And they've cemented their status over the course of this season as one of the truly elite teams in the NBA. They've done everything we've expected of them.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. The bar has been set very high, and they've done it to themselves. Yet, for all the success that they've had, it'll be quickly forgotten if they don't make a deep playoff run.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, the big men are Bosh and Whiteside. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade, and it's Dang in at the 3 slot. The Miami Heat comes into this one following a loss to the Nuggets in Denver.
And guys, a loss like that, that's one when you just got to put it behind you as quickly as possible.
You know, that won't be easy, Greg. It's hard not to dwell on that type of performance. They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. And what'd you find out, Doris?
He has a very specific approach laid out. He told me that they're going to concentrate on working the ball into the paint as much as possible today and taking advantage of what he believes is a significant edge for them on the interior. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Here's Dragic after the basket by Los Angeles. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Shot clock at 6. The offensive rebound. Right side. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
And the shot is good.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Wade kicks to Whiteside. Bosh, the screen. There's the feed to Dang. No good on the 3. Lakers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. And a wide-open look for Freak. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. That's 7 points for Freak.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100%. Can't do better than that.
Russell against Dragic. And it's Freak with the rebound.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Puts up a 3, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Bosh, no one around him, gets the 3-pointer to fall.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
And Freak throws it down.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says thank you very much and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Now here's Wade. His last outing, he had 8 points. Off the pick. And it's good off the glass.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Freak, and that one is stuffed right through.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the 2-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Here's Wade. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Bosh, the screen. Whiteside dishes to Dragic. The three from Bosch. The Lakers with the rebound. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in an opponent's building, and there's no question it was their offense that carried them.
I love the way they went and got this game, Greg. I mean, they attacked at every opportunity, never relaxed or sat back, and as a result, they eventually pulled away.
Now here's Harkless after the miss from Goran Dragic. And here's Freak. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Golden State.
Yeah, but his shot blocking was a factor as well. 3 on the game, just a major presence on the D. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Maurice Harkless. And a new group in for the Heat. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. Richardson, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Goran Dragic. Lakers leading by 8. And they're moving it up. Here's Tucker. Here's Russell. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Russell's got his first bucket in this one.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
And here's some big men who, when they get it in tight, are as close to a sure thing as we've got. Here are the top field goal percentage leaders among NBA second power forwards. Freak is second.
And most of the guys on that list have that unique combination of power and finesse. I mean, a very physical presence with an equally soft touch.
Yeah, and you've got to have a mix of options if you're going to shoot a high percentage like these guys do. You've got to be able to establish good position, and then you've got to have a nice feel around the bucket with both hands.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Sloan after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Now Richardson to the left wing. The shot by Bosch. That's short off the rim.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Here's Clarkson. It's hauled in by Richardson. It's stolen by Bass. Clarkson passes to Bass. Tucker can't get it to go.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Sloan. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Tries to snap the cold streak. Good on the shot. Sloan's got it back down to single digits for the Heat. Here's Clarkson. Here's Freak. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Freak's got 17 now. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Los Angeles on top, up by 12. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching. And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream.
I was obsessed with the NBA as a kid and just like...
What a great cut from Chris Bosh. And the Lakers with some changes. Freaks checked in for Hibbert. Randall comes in for Brandon Bass. And Harkless is subbed in for P.J. Tucker. And a new group in for the Heat. Chris Bosh is checked in for Whiteside. Deng comes in for Johnson. Richardson, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Dragic in for Donald Sloan. On the floor for Miami, they've got Richardson. Winslow is out there with Deng. Then there's Dragic. And it's Bosh in at the 5, roaming the paint. So he gets them both.
He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down for Freak. 19 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
This is really production personified from long range.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Warriors was just phenomenal. He finished with 24 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. It was just a fantastic outing for him, and really there wasn't any way to prevent him from taking over the game. Fun to watch, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would be, because you know now the defense is going to be focused squarely on him. They're going to make sure that he doesn't beat him again.
Richardson kicks to Dang. Dragic against Russell. Just 5 to shoot. Dragic dishes to Dang. Nice job coming off that screen.
Well, they really started to come on here in the second.
Clark, it's about how much more focused they looked offensively here. They're trying to make up some ground.
Russell passes to Clarkson. To the inside. Freak. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Here's Dragic. That's tipped.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Still trailing, but their offense is off life support here in the second quarter. They got a pulse.
Good point, Clark. They're starting to make some shots, looking to try and get back in this one.
Russell against Dragic. Here's Freak. Off target from three-point range.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Dang. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Now, here's Clarkson. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline.
That's the end of the first.
And so we conclude.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with
42. The Heat, 31. Your safety is our #1 concern. In the event of emergency evacuation of Staples Center becomes necessary, please walk home.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. And on tap tonight, it's the Sacramento Kings going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And looking at Los Angeles, they've definitely been generating momentum. They've gotten the job done in every way possible this season. They're sitting pretty with the best record in the league, East or West. And there were rumblings about DeMarcus Cousins getting traded or wanting out last season. Ownership said they wouldn't trade him for anyone and put those rumors to rest.
Listen, it would be impossible to get equal value for the Cousins trade. He's not going anywhere. He's already a top center in the league and still very young. He just has to learn to get along with upper brass to win a championship.
And you've heard it from upper brass. So the center is the hardest position to fill. So at 25, would you trade a guy like Cousins? I don't think so, unless you're getting like a top 5 player in the league that could change your franchise. I think he's there for a while.
Always something going on here in LA, and there's always someone flying in to see it. It's game time in Los Angeles. From the Staples Center, all the crowd ready to go as they look to cheer on the Lakers. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. And, of course, Marco Bellinelli with Tim Dong. We'll see how they get along.
Kevin, I thought he was really an important player for them, undervalued and not given the credit he deserved. That's not to say the trade was a mistake, but I think they'll miss him more than you might expect.
You know, chemistry-wise, I agree with you, Clark, because he was a glue guy. You know, he's a guy that kind of held things together for them in a few areas, and so not having him around might take some getting used to.
Now Sacramento starting 5. They've got Taj Gibson, also Rudy Gay out there. Rajon Rondo is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Kane in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Kane. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
Beautiful pick by the big man, Cousins.
Kings on D. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And in that game, guys, their three-point shooting really was their own worst enemy. Even when they got the open looks, they just had an inability to knock them down.
And, guys, you've seen it happen to every team. You have to be a threat from beyond the arc nowadays, and if your team goes cold, it really can sabotage your game.
And now Russell pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Lays it in off the breakaway.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
For Sacramento, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Screen by Cousins. Gay drives in. Can't connect from short range.
Offensively, 1 of 4 to start. They're still trying to find their stroke.
Russell kicks to Clarkson. Back to Russell. 3-pointer. Good. Russell's got 5.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Rondo. And just miss after miss right now.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively. And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. And that one misses.
At the line for the Lakers, Rajon Rondo. At the line for 2.
Second free throw, no good. Lakers have gone a perfect 6 for 6 in the game up to this point. Randall with a screen for Russell and a wide open look for Freak. And the 3 off target.
Good little 2-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And here is Los Angeles now after the Kings pick up 2. The shot is off. Nice D from Cousins. Gay against Randall. Gay kicks to Cousins. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Over to the wing. Here's Clarkson. Here's Freak. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Rondo kicks to Gay. The Lakers with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out at you is the balance they had offensively.
Very satisfying road win because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean, the crowd was basically stunned at how they were able to dismantle that defense.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with George Karl for just a few moments. They've had a difficult time in this matchup, losing both games in the season series. And I asked him what he thought might turn things around. He said, we've got to up our intensity defensively and speed up our rotations. With our shot blocking, we can make things tough around the rim, but we also need to close out quickly on the perimeter. Guys, we'll see how they do.
Thanks, Doris. So defense, it looks like, coming first for them today.
That's their identity. That's what they're all about. Their defense is really what sparks them.
And that has to be their spark if they're going to be successful. I mean, everything for them starts at the defensive end of the floor.
Brandon Bass is checked in for the Lakers. Harkless comes in for P.J. Tucker. Then for the Kings, Kufis checked in for Cousins. Moniunas comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Caspi in for Rudy Gay.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And that one's good.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And Russell gets it to go.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Kings shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Caspi. Harkless gets a hand on it.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
And it's Freak missing.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Rondo passes to Kufis. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's going to be on Brandon Bass. The Kings have shot 1 of 3 from the line tonight, missing 2 earlier on. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Kane, the pass to Rondo. Here's Moniunas, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Freak. For Sacramento, they have shot 2 of 5 from the free throw line. The free throw drops for Moniunas. And Los Angeles with some changes. Freak's checked in for Hibbert. Julius Randle comes in for Brandon Bass. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Maurice Harkless. Sacramento also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Kufis. Cauley Stein comes in for Moniunas. And Rudy Gay is subbed in for Caspi. Freak, he's in at center. Russell is out there with Clarkson. Then it's Randall. And it's Tucker in at the 3 slot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Russell with the bucket.
That's an impressive spin move there, Kevin. I wasn't expecting him to show handles like that.
Outside Rondo. Here's the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Releases from 15, and it's Russell with the rebound. Lakers leading by 15. Here's Freak. The three-pointer is right on target. Freak's got 9 points.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the three ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
The drive by game. Here's Cauley Stein, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Cauley Stein's got his first basket.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Russell kicks to Clarkson. Fires the three. Good on the shot. He's got 11.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, here is Russell. A 29-point game for him in the win against Utah. Inside, here's Freak. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 3 assists in the game.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Jazz got down to business. He ended with 32 points and, as always, piling up rebound after rebound as well. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you've got a thoroughbred like him, I think you've got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
And the Lakers making a change here. Nance is checked in. Here's Kane. He's covered by Clarkson. Here's Rondo. No luck. And it's the Lakers the other way.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And the first one drops.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Harkless is checked in for the Lakers. And the Kings also making a change. Caspi, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. Now here's Gibson. 11 points for him in that last game against San Antonio.
And also defensively, guys, he kept them off balance with 4 steals on the night.
Here's Harkless. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Rondo. He's coming off a 25-point game against San Antonio.
Yeah, but he set up shop at the free throw line. I mean, he just could not be defended out on the floor.
Here's Russell. We've got 13 seconds left in the second quarter.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
A dominating first half of basketball.
DeMarcus, you guys.
48. The Kings, 25. Your safety is our number one concern. In the event of emergency evacuation, Staples Center becomes necessary.
All right, listen up. Terrific job so far. The fans are into this game, and we're going to keep them there.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Our matchup tonight taking place in Milwaukee, the BMO Harris Bradley Center, as we watch the Bucks go up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And looking at Los Angeles, they've definitely been generating momentum. They have been a team on a mission this season. Best record in the NBA. We're getting deep into the schedule now, and they continue playing dominant basketball. Now, if you want to see a stat sheet stuffer, you're going to want to keep your eyes on Freak in this one. He's been putting up a number of double-doubles in this recent outing, Shaq.
You know, Freak knows that he can do more than just be a scorer on this team. You know, he's a great passer. He's a great leader, especially for a young guy. He's looking for a shot. He's being active all the time, and he's really helping the others play at a high.
Coming to you live on 2K Sports, it's time for NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We have Doris Burks on the sideline as well. We're at the home of the Bucks, the BMO Harris Bradley Center in beautiful Milwaukee. And, of course, John Henson. Let's see how they continue to fare without him.
Well, as fans, as teammates, there are a lot of people that I'm sure are sad to see him go, given all he brings to the table. But I like what the trade does for him, and I bet it helps them right off the bat. I mean, it also is going to help him long term.
Well, you know, we'll see, because you don't make a change this drastic without having a period of adjustment. So you may be right. We'll see how long it takes and whether this new look roster can gel.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Freak, he's in at center. Russell is out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Randall. And it's Tucker in at the 3, the small forward. Randall kicks to Russell. Out to the wing. Clock at 6. Here's Randall. Rebounded by Greg Monroe. Los Angeles on D. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Their shooting percentage in that game was ridiculous. I mean, they created a lot of good looks for themselves, and you could see they were in rhythm and just continued to knock them down.
And, guys, I thought the key was simply getting that ball side to side, reversing it, keeping pressure on the defense. That really opened up the court for them, and I think that's why they got so many good shots.
First trip to the line for him here. No good on the free throw.
At the line for 2.
And he sinks the second. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Russell against Carter Williams. The drive by Russell, and he converts the layup. The Bucks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, a bit ago, Byron Scott and I were able to chat. He's been chewing over the best plan of attack against this defense with all that shot blocking inside. He said the big thing is we can't play hero ball. We've got to be unselfish and trust our offense. Kevin, we'll see if they can turn the tables this time around and even the season series. Back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. Taking on a defense like the one they're facing today has certainly got their attention.
You know, you have to watch film on them for a few minutes to see how sturdy they are defensively.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, no surprise they spent the bulk of their preparations getting their offensive game plan in place and ready to roll. Took a little time, but they get one to go. Maybe they're warmed up now.
The pass to Freak. Jacks up a 3. That's good. Freak's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 of 4 so far.
It's Parker with the drive. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Middleton kicks to Carter Williams. Screen by Monroe. He took good advantage of that screen.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now, here is Russell. He's coming off a 13-point game against Sacramento. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. So we'll see D'Angelo Russell go to the line here. It's going to be on Michael Carter Williams. The Lakers have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season. He's so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then just spin right by you.
Here is Russell. 5 points in the game. And a wide open look for Freak. No good on the 3. Bucks trail by 3. There's a screen. To the middle. Here's Monroe. And it's Russell with the rebound.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-over. You got to finish the job. Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Carter Williams kicks to Antetokounmpo. Dishes it to Parker. The shot by Carter Williams. Nobody around. From outside, off the mark. For the Milwaukee Bucks, they come in off the loss to the Rockets in Houston.
Just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. They retain possession. Monroe with a screen on Russell. Carter Williams dishes to Parker. 1:25 left here in the opening quarter. Russell kicks to Freak. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 3 assists tonight.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And here we get a chance to check out the story on Giannis Antetokounmpo. A strong stretch the last 10 games, averaging 9 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Damian Inglis has checked in for Parker. And Robinson III comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Nick Stauskas is checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Williams in for Carter Williams. They set the pick. Williams kicks to Inglis. No good off the pick.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
No, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Bucks trail by 8. Williams kicks to Stauskas. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Williams inside the line. And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession.
This is the slip thing.
And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. .20 seconds left in the first quarter. On the wing, Williams. He's guarded by Russell. Williams passes to Monroe. Looking to end the drought. Tries again. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there. Just telling them no easy layups.
Swap here for Milwaukee. And then for the Lakers. Freaks checked in for Hibbert. Julius Randle comes in for Brandon Bass. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Harkless. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Freak in at center. Randle out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Russell in at the point. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Kings played some outstanding basketball. He had 23 points and, as always, piling up rebound after rebound as well. His performance just another outstanding outing that has become more and more common for him.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
They set the screen. Randle dishes to Clarkson. Freak kicks to Russell. 6 to shoot. Shot from 12. Here's Randle. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Michael Carter-Williams. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Parker sets the screen for Carter Williams. Pass to Parker. From the line, it's deflected. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
There's the screen. Russell passes to Tucker. He kicks it to Freak. And again, the Lakers no good. Bucks trail by 7. Now the feed to Carter Williams. Parker sets the screen for Carter Williams, and the shot is good. Vaughn's got his first points of the night.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Screen by Russell. Randall dishes to Clarkson. Puts up a three, and good. The three-point shot, good from Freak. Freak's got his third basket of the night right there.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Russell against Carter Williams. And it's sent back by Russell. He feeds it to Freak. Fires the three. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. And that's 12 points for Freak.
On fire from beyond the arc.
Yeah, it seems like all of his points are coming from deep, Greg.
And while we have a chance, here are the teams that have swatted away the most shots this season. The Bucks number 1.
You know, sometimes a team, Kevin, will have one guy who does a nice job blocking shots. Other times a guy finds ways to get other players involved in shot blocking. Well, this team does it as a group. That's why they're the league's best in block shots.
Here's Vaughn, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
So a moment now to see the story on Michael Carter Williams. How his last 10 games have gone. Putting up about 10 points a night, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
Yeah, great hustle. Does all the little things. Just a good complimentary guy to have on your team.
And the Bucks making a change here. Monroe's checked in. Clarkson kicks to Freak. And then jammed down. He goes right over Craig Monroe.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Here's Tucker. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Tucker's got his first points in this one. Bucks trail by 13. Pass to Vaughn. Here's the screen. Screen by Monroe. Grant sets a screen for Antetokounmpo. To the wing on the left. Fires for three. The shot is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, their last game against this squad, they won out thanks to some big contributions from the bench.
A total team effort. And I think the starters enjoyed a chance to be able to step back and relax and enjoy how the bench played.
Brandon Bass is checked in for the Lakers. Maurice Harkless comes in for P.J. Tucker. And here's Freak. A 23-point game for him in the win against Sacramento. 4 on the clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Harkless. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Williams with the ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Rockets in Houston. Here's Monroe. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And that concludes the first half.
The only accurate way to describe your interior defense was dominant. Were you looking to set a tone with all of those block shots?
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We are honored to have you with us for our special presentation of the NBA on this Martin Luther King holiday. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Los Angeles Lakers as they go up against the Chicago Bulls at United Center. Wins have been hard to come by lately for this Bulls group. They've got an opportunity tonight to sweep the season series 2-0. The coaching staff commented that they feel confident coming into this one. And today we honor the one and only Martin Luther King Jr., a man who stood for the peace, unity, and equality of all people. It's a great day, Shaq.
That man gave his life for what he believed in. We are forever indebted.
Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. We're at the United Center. Chicago fans are cheering for their Bulls. This is a team in search of an identity. They've dropped 7 of their last 8, and they have looked completely out of sync.
You know, sometimes during the season, Kevin, as long as it is, teams just go through a blasé period, and that's basically what's happening here. We can't put our fingers on any one or two things. They're just not getting it done.
Yeah, but what it looks like to me, guys, is they are just exhausted. I don't see any of the energy we saw from them in the past, and it's just not a team that appears to enjoy playing the game right now.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Freak, he's in at center. Russell is out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Randall in at the 4. Now, here's Tucker. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. Got that bucket in no time at all. Freak's got 5 points so far.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Butler kicks to Mirotic. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Outside Gasol. Gasol setting the pick for Felton. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And that one's good. Freak. For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Felton kicks to McDermott. Now, here is Mirotic. 17 points for him last game against New Orleans.
Yeah, but I also thought the rebounding was impressive. He got some huge boards in that game.
Freak sets a screen for Russell. It's Freak, top of the key. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. 9 points for Freak.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Felton kicks to Butler. Mirotic has a wide open look. Good on the triple.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
The Lakers have gone 4 of 5. Russell passes to Freak. And again, it's the Lakers.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
Kevin, I asked what part of their offensive scheme he feels most confident in today, and he said it's probably the depth of perimeter shooting talent that they've got. He said our guys can flat out shoot it, and you're going to see it today. Gentlemen?
Thanks a lot, Doris.
I definitely can appreciate their approach with the 3-ball.
Here's Felton after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Mirotic, a screen on Russell. Felton dishes to Mirotic, and it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Clarkson. Here's Tucker. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Last game for the Lakers, they picked up the W against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, You've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
Okay, fans, now coming on the court.
And this, now a list of guys who can shoot it as well as they can pass it. The point guard. Percentage in the NBA. Number 1, D'Angelo Russell.
And he's been even more accurate with his shooting than he's been with his passing. Just a terrific percentage from the field.
And, Greg, this isn't a power forward we're talking about. I mean, this is a point guard. He's knocking down shots from 20 feet like they were layups.
Here's Cannon. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. From 13, goes back up. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
He doesn't get the second one. Los Angeles leading by 9. Here's Harkless. That's good. Harkless has got his first 2 points.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Here's Cannon. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. And a wide open look for Freak. Buries it from 3-point range. Freak's got 14 points.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
And here are the Bulls now. They trail by 14. There's the pick. Cannon will not go. This is off the front iron. Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to New Orleans.
And the effort down the stretch, those final few minutes of regulation, you know, that's what they needed, but they were burnt out in the overtime.
Yeah, that's a good call, Greg. I mean, there was a little bit of a letdown for them in OT, and that can happen after you expend so much energy just to force the overtime.
And Chicago has possession following the three-pointer by Freak.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Los Angeles leading by 15. Russell kicks to Freak. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. 20 points for Freak.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Over to the left wing. Good, gets the bucket.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there. Going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
Chicago's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Cannon, the pass to Withy. The feed now to Hood. Beyond the arc. And Harkless pulls it down. Outside Russell with 1 on the clock. Again, the Lakers.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate.
And the Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that's happened in NBA history. Pau talked about... Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way 2 of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become 2 of the best centers in the NBA of this era.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers, who traded him to Memphis for his brother.
Take up.
And thanks for joining us again, folks. 2K Sports broadcasting here on MLK Day, bringing you the NBA. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Los Angeles.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And keep an eye on the three-point shooting because that has been a factor as well. If they can maintain that current form, they can be successful.
We've got Hood. Pau Gasol is out there at Mirotic. Then there's Felton. And it's McDermott in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks put on a show. He had 18 points and came out of nowhere defensively, swatting away one shot after another. It was the kind of game that coaches love because he was a big factor in every play, it seemed.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding...
Point substitution on the court.
Lakers leading by 22. Russell with it. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
Here's Cannon. He's guarded by Russell. Outside Butler. 1:03 left now here in the second. Shot clock at 5. There's Cannon with the 3, and the Bulls another 3.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
Freak dishes to Harkless, and the shot is good. Harkless has got his second basket of the night.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Here's Butler. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. And it's 6 points here for Harkless.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Mirotic. And it's off from three-point range. A dominating first half of basketball. And so far... Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Los Angeles Lakers as they go up against the Detroit Pistons out at the Palace of Auburn Hills. For Detroit, they come into tonight's game after a loss to Milwaukee. They've got an opportunity tonight to sweep the season series 2-0. The coaching staff commented that they feel confident coming into this one. And guys, we'll be watching Roy Hibbert tonight, arguably the league's premier rim protector. Kenny, his reach and length make it so difficult to try to get anything near the basket.
Yeah, even if the best finishers in the game, they talk about Roy Hibbert when they come in the lane. You have to pay attention to him. He concentrates on defense.
It's the Lakers, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Lou Williams still injured. They're counting the days until he returns.
Yeah, and they're very happy to know that he'll be back on the court soon. But I'll be interested to see how it affects their chemistry when he does come back. That's always a challenge. They've got a good thing going right now, and they've actually been playing excellent basketball without him.
I tell you what, though, Clark, those are the kinds of problems we'd all like to have. I mean, this team has been getting it done in his absence, and hopefully he can return and deliver a jolt of energy, if you will, to really maybe put them over the top.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Freak in at center. E.J. Tucker is out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Russell. And it's Clarkson in at the 2 spot. No good on the second free throw. On defense, Detroit. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
And that result was no surprise because they played very loosely with the basketball.
They sure did. There's no question about it. And when you come out on the wrong end of the turnover battle, you're often going to be on the wrong end of the scoreboard as well, Greg. You know that.
Here's Leonard after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's Caldwell Pope. His last outing, he had 8 points. And it's Baines missing.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
The shot by Clarkson, no good. Los Angeles on D. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
Here's Jackson following the basket by Julius Randle. Leonard sets a screen for Jackson. Outside Leonard, the 3, and he gets it to go. Leonard's got his first 3 points of the game.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Jackson against Russell. Pass to Freak. A 3 ball, and that one's good.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now here's Jackson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And don't forget his unbelievable steal total in that game. I mean, almost to the point they didn't want to bring the ball up the floor.
Now here's Randle. After the miss from Reggie Jackson, Russell passes to Freak. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. While we have a moment, let's now take a look at the top shot blockers in the NBA. Freak, 3rd.
Well, anybody on this list, Kevin, is going to have the ability to get stops in a spectacular fashion, in a game-changing, dramatic fashion, in a crowd-pleasing way. That's what shot blockers do.
Pistons trail by 5. It's Jackson with the drive. And stolen by Russell. Fast break, the Lakers. Russell's running. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one.
Now here's Leonard. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Milwaukee.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
So it's the Pistons now after the basket by the Lakers. There's a good screen. Caldwell Pope, offensive rebound. Shot to stop the run. Shot's good by Baines.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
And a wide-open look for Freak. And another three for the Lakers.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here in the Palace, let's give it up for Door Auto Motion.
And here's a look at some numbers for Russell. Over the last 10 games or so, he's shown up. He's averaging 14 points a game, 7 assists, and 2 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
So Detroit ends up going with the new group. Brandon Bass is checked in for the Lakers. Reese Harkless comes in for P.J. Tucker. Now, here's Meeks. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Picked by Mozgov. Shot clock at 6. Shoots the 3. And Meeks is good for 3. 1:30 left in the first quarter. Russell kicks to Freak. Now, here's Clarkson. He's guarded by Meeks. Over to the left wing. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. No good. Some solid defense from Harris. Pistons trail by 7. Now Sessions. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game.
And they get it back. And the foul called on Freak.
That's his first personal foul.
50 seconds left here in the first quarter. Morris kicks to Harris. Over Freak.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Yeah, I agree. Not a lot of activity chasing down their misses. Some teams focus on getting back, I understand that, but you should send at least one guy after those.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Now here's Sessions. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And it's off the back rim. No good.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Clarkson dishes to Harkless. Here's Freak. The three-pointer off the mark. Sessions. The shot no good. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard is...
Ladies and gentlemen, Detroit Pistons.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Detroit, Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Tobias Harris is out there with Myers Leonard, and it's Morris in at the 3 slot. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bulls delivered quite a performance. He ended with 29 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance.
Yeah, that's certainly one that we'll be talking about here for a long time.
I say it would make it to his greatest hit spot. No doubt about it.
And that one's good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
We got to be more physical on defense.
Johnson, he's checked in for Detroit.
Middle of the floor.
So as we conclude the first half.
Posts. Rotate over and make your presence felt. Soft.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far.